So we've had the Charioteer now for about a week, and if you come over this way we'll show you a little bit more what we've done. We have to climb up on the top here. So as you can see, looks a lot different to when we first got it. All the engine decks are removed. They were an absolute pig. Took 2 days just to get them off with a lot of heating and hammering and swearing. Then down here to the clutch, we had to get a lot of the pipes off there, and the bolts at the bottom were an absolute pig as well. And in fact, you'll see in the video, we had to rock it backwards and forwards very gently just to try and get everything to move. We were a bit worried that there might be, the engine might be completely seized. But the only way to do it was to move it a bit because we could not get at those bolts underneath. Anyway, we rocked it and it's all moved. So hopefully the engine's still good, but at least we can get the bolts out so we can get the engine out. So that's all been removed. Most of the pipe work underneath has been removed. The fan belts have been removed. We've got a little bit more work to do on the front of the engine to get some bolts off under there, I do believe. So we think one more day of work, and then we should be pretty well close to do a pack lift, if everything goes as planned, which obviously it never does. Even these, we've got to get these exhaust pipes off, and they're absolutely solid. So I expect there's a couple of hours of just messing around there, but it just gives you an idea. And also, we did find that the fuel tanks, one either side, both got fuel in still, so that's a good sign. It means the tanks are still sound. We'll get them out, take them out, and see exactly what the condition is. But so far, that's a good sign. Oil in all the tanks where there's supposed to be oil, and the water was drained, so it means that there's unlikely to be any cracks in the block because they had actually drained all the water out of them. So, touch wood, that'll all be good. Anyway, so that's that bit. You'll see in the videos, you'll see the work we actually did to do it, and you'll realise exactly what a nightmare it was. Then you get inside the turret, and it's a different story altogether. Okay, so here we are inside. It's the first time I've had much of a look in here, to be fair. But as you can see, pretty tight. The lads have made a start on clearing it up, which I'll show you around in a second. We've not figured out how to get the gun working yet. Not firing, but actually just moving. We think it's just stuck really, rather than a problem with it. If we leave it as a Charioteer, obviously we're licensed and we're allowed to fire it, only blank fire it, but we will be doing that for the season. The plan is, though, there's a good chance we will put this back to a Cromwell, in which case all of this has got to come off and be removed, and it's just the hull then that will be the original hull. Now, if you pass me the camera down, I'll be able to give you a better look round inside here. No advertising here, but those are the two most important bits of kit we've had so far, that and the gas torch. So as you can see, pretty bleak. And here's the gun. That's the breech block you can see there. I don't know if that's doing a very good job of filming, but there we go. Shell racks up in here. There's a plate there that says something in finished, but we don't understand it. So then we go round. A bit of grunting because it's very tight. There's the Charioteer data plate. So that would have been put on probably in the early 50s. Can't see it from here, but on the other side, and there'll definitely be a bit of grunting now to get around to that. Here is the original data plate. Look at that. So it says 1944, and I do believe it's May 1944, but you see it's a Mark 7. Really rare to have data plates left on these things, so that's a really nice. But just look at the condition of it in here. It's in such nice condition, considering she's been lying around for so long. The lads have been getting to the bottom of this. And there's up into the gunner's position, up underneath the gun. Gear elevation, Yes, wow. Okay, I'm getting very stuck here, so I'm going to pass the camera back to our man up the top. Get myself into a slightly better position. And we did find, in the bottom of the hull, we did find these little babies. Now they are 30 cal, no heads on them obviously, but they must have been fired at some point. Unlikely in anger, but you never know, because the 30 cal would have fitted there, and magazines and stuff up here. But yeah, they were quite a nice little find. Have a close up of them. We haven't even got to the bottom of the tank yet, so goodness gracious knows what else we'll find. So yeah, so there you go, that's the inside so far. Like I say, the lads have had a bit of a tidy up in here and it looks a lot better already. So next we're going to get you down into the driver's area. Now to be fair, I've not actually been in the driver's area yet, so we may not be getting you down to the driver's area because it's pretty damn tight. So we'll see if we can get in there. Before we get into the driver's position, let's have a look at the gunner's side. Now it's a little bit tight again, so bear with me while I slot myself in. Definitely this was built for a lot smaller person than me, but there we go. Not sure if you saw in the other videos this area, but if you did, you'll have to just bear with us because I'm showing it again. So what we got here, this is all the controls for the gun, and some lights there, secondary and main. That's for your weapons obviously, and your traverse. Have to pull that lever, and that moves absolutely beautifully. Can't actually see like we're moving in here, but we are. Elevation, that's down here. It does work, but it's a wee bit stiff. Needs a bit of work that yet before we can do too much in them with that. But I mean, look at the state, it's in such good condition. We're really impressed with it. That says firing, main and machine gun. Then this one here, leave it there. That would be for your electric, or was it hydraulic traversing. So that would be a lot quicker than using this handle. That's just really to get you out of trouble if your hydraulics go down. But yeah, that's all hydraulic. You can see the hydraulic pipes around the back there, and it's got the fire button on it as well, I believe. So there you go. We're missing some bits and pieces that we were hoping would be in here. There should be a fan and some other bits and pieces, but it's very unusual to get a vehicle that's been sitting around for so long with so many bits in it. Anyway, so there we go, that's into the gunner's position. We haven't got the gun moving yet, like I said. So now let's go down into the driver's position and do a little bit more. So I've actually let Squeak go into the hole because my shoulders are too fat. So anyway, as you come down here, don't do this. So that's the gear selector, which we think will move because there's so much grease everywhere. We think that will actually free up quite well. And then over to your left, that one there, that's for steering. That's your tiller. Pull that hard back and it turns you left. Over this side, you pull that one and it turns you right, and you can see the pedals down there. So you got your accelerator and your brake and your clutch, and you need plenty of muscles for your clutch. And then coming round, you got some of the controls. Where's it? Oh, there we go. There's the controls. That's for throttle, we think. What else we got down here? It's got quite a good system. Every time you touch the brakes in here, there's oil. It actually oils your suspension, we believe. And then And then rushing past Squeak's chin there, that's where your co-driver would have sat. And he would have been in charge of working this machine gun. Not when it was a Charioteer, but while it was a Cromwell, there would have been a machine gun in this port here. It's all been blanked off now for while it was a Charioteer. But it did still have a crew member in there, so we believe. So his job was to make the sandwiches and make the tea. But what a place to be. Horrendous. So there you go. That's a bit of a walk round of our Charioteer as she stands at the moment. And there's a fair bit of work still to do, but at least we're moving in the right direction. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe to our channel. That's the Armourgeddon channel, and it'll keep you up to date on all the rest of the stuff that's going on. So see you soon.
Any goodies? No, everything is frozen solid today. It's like -4. Mind you, makes it better for gas axle. We start heating everything up, try and get everything moving. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve day today. One of the first things we've got to find, for these engine decks, you've got like a square key, like a tap type thing. So I've got to try and find something for that, or almost certainly have to make a tool for it. I think it's going to be the key. But yeah, it's cold. It's not getting any warmer. Oh. Right, WW2. Let's see if we can free anything off.
Yeah,
You didn't heat it up, did you?
I thought it was a thready bird.
Yeah, that's heated.
Stop turning tails. Knock it down again.
I'm actually hanging from my hips. My feet are moving. Effects. How are you going to get in there? I've got something going up my backside. How are you going to get my shoulders in?
Put your arms up. Don't stand on your head.
No. Ah! Maybe we can go in one on first, but then I won't get out again ever. Oh,
There you are, you're in.
there we go. Oh, I've just broken the booster seat.
After a day of gas axing and heating and bashing and heating and bashing, how far have we got, Nitro?
Not pretty far really, because it's been a pain in the backside. I mean, every one of these screws has been
And there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of
You
them.
can see how many there is. And then, in their wisdom, what they've done is they've put all those bolts in, and then they've also bolted through the hinge straight through it as well, even though there's a bolt right next to the hinge. So it just made life
overthinking it.
a little bit more difficult than we expected. But tomorrow we'll have it off,
I beg your pardon.
and we'll get this up as well.
So after 2 days of work, we've got these two hatches moving. Passenger's hatch is moving slightly. Driver's hatch is open, still struggling with the machine gun position in the front there. And around the back here we've managed to lift all the engine bay. So we can actually see the engine now. And yeah, we'll move it into a workshop where we can work on it out the rain that's coming.
That's one full revolution. That's one whole, no noise coming from the engine. I was going to bring you back now to where I could get to some bolts, okay? So slowly back.
So we're back on the Charioteer today. Well, say we, the royal we. This is Luke in here, and he's cleaning out the inside. and it's pretty horrendous. Fortunately, Luke Light's been in a tight hole, and he's having a whale of a time. It's quite wet in there, isn't it, Luke?
Yeah, wet, stinky, horrible.
Yes, I think we just decided it wasn't the inside of the tank that was stinky, wasn't it, though? I think it was maybe somebody needs some new aftershave. Seat's in good condition. And the pipes mostly look pretty good, don't they? We may have to change this one on the left here, well, the right here, because it's, you can guarantee the second that goes under pressure it'll burst. So we'll have to change any of the pipes that are covered in, that have been underwater for a little while. But no, even the leather gaiters, look, even the leathers are in good condition. Incredible.
Yeah, not too bad.
So what we could do, we're getting the hoover in there and give it a good hoover out.
Yeah, I thought I'd get all the mud and muck out first, and then I'll get the hoover in.
And you're in the co-driver's position. Is there much room in there?
There's a little bit more than the driver's position. Let me bring the light through. You might be able to see a little bit better.
Oh, it's got the other seat in there. I haven't been in that bit.
Yeah, I'm under.
So that's where the co-driver would sit, and also originally, when this was a World War II Cromwell, it would have had a machine gun in that position. But that's been plated over for the time being. Although we are intending to eventually put it back with a machine gun in there, but probably not this week. Right, I'll leave you to it, Luke, because Nitro and I have got to go and look at we've got to go and look at turrets. So we'll see you later.
You've been fun down there, mate. You've changed positions.
Yeah, now in this sort of turret area. Just trying to see what I can find at the bottom, get all of the larger stuff out, and then clean it all out.
As everyone can see, everything working on this vehicle is massively cramped.
Absolutely.
So, even the simplest job of cleaning her out, which she needs a massive clean, is an absolute nightmare. Everything's in your way and everything hurts when you slip down and stand on it and push into your back. So this is the side Luke's already attacked and cleaned out.
Well,
Looking much better than she did. Still needs a little bit of a polishing, but it's the most of the muck. We can now see the forest for the muck. He's got to do down all the way down to the bottom there. But all in all, not a bad job so far, mate.
we've made a start.
That's one full revolution. That's one whole, no noise coming from the engine. I was going to bring it back now to where I could get to some bolts, okay? So slowly back.
Nitro's just passed me this. Fill in label to ensure quick return of engine. So in theory, get it open. There'll be a bit of paper in here. Look at that. Don't know how long it's been in there. Let's see if we can see it. Ooh, it's a bit delicate. For workshop use only. That is really, really delicate. Hold on.
It's tearing at the top.
Oh, it's very wet. Rather damp. That's it. Modification. You read that?
Nope.
Mark 1A.
Sign in.
Date. Oh, the date isn't. You might have to zoom on that because I can't see it.
19th of the 7th, something. Could
Yeah.
be 54. Could be 84.
Another date there, but
We'll try and get that dried off and see if we can make any more out of it.
that's quite interesting though. If we can preserve it to go with the engine.